Hey, what you up to, Austin?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making Sunday dinner, Pot Au Feu. Pot Au Feu is pretty simple. It's just typically a tough cut of beef. In this case, I have a chuck roast, so anybody can get this. I cut it into these cubes, these squares, pretty thick. And then we also have our veg, which are potatoes, carrots, and onions. And then we have some type of herbs or something, to give nice flavor to. In this case, we have bay leaves. Can't have Sunday dinner without bay, and that's it. So pot au feu is a soup of sorts, a braise of sorts. What we're basically going to do is we're going to take these meat here, caramelize it all over, then we're going to cover it with a liquid. You can use water, but I have chicken stock, and then we're going to cook it for about 2 to 4 hours. We're going to cook it long enough to where these tough cuts can break down and be nice and chewy, or nice and tender, I should say. And then the fats are nice and rendered, so when you bite in, you get that nice juicy taste. And that's really it. So we're going to go ahead and hop right on in and sear up our meat. We'll come over here, grab our pot, we're going to sear it up. We'll get it nice and hot. Add a little bit of oil. The cooking time depends on how big the cuts are. So if you wanted to get this on the dinner table in like maybe an hour or two, you can just cut these chunks into a lot smaller pieces. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the oil is starting to shimmer, so that means that our oil is hot. I'm keeping it about a medium to medium high-ish heat because I don't want it to burn while I'm browning all these cuts of meat. So I just wanted to brown, not burn. And right off the bat, you can see that a lot of smoke is coming up. So I'm gonna turn that heat down. I wanted to kind of have more control and brown slower rather than quickly. That way it's more even, distribute more flavor. You see that? You see how quickly that browns? So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. Just looking for color, not looking to do anything else. Just get color on it and keep moving. Beef nice and caramelized, at least just a little bit of color on them. Once again, we're not going too crazy. And as you can see, there's a nice, beautiful fond in the bottom of my pot, and we don't want that to go to waste. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna deglaze with some nice light chicken stock. So I'm gonna add this to my hot pan. It's important that the pan is hot because that's how the fond's gonna release from the bottom of the pan. So you're gonna hear some sizzling. Sizzling is good. I'm gonna keep the heat high-ish. I'm gonna start scraping. I'm just gonna keep scraping. Get all that nice caramelized goodness off the bottom. But eventually, as this comes to a boil, the easier this stuff will come off from the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and add back my meat. Okay, now that I have my meat in there, I'm going to now add chicken stock until it's roughly covered. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, and again, you can always use water if you don't have chicken stock. All right, so I'm gonna bring this, to a boil, and then I'm going to let the heat down. I'll simmer it for about an hour or two. It's now boiling, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the heat down. I mean, it smells really rich right now, man. Very beefy. Now it's boiling, we're gonna grab our bay leaves. If you don't have bay leaves, you could use thyme, any other fresh herbs you may have on hand. Here's something that's pretty cool. If you've never had a fresh bay leaf or found it, if you cut it, make little slits here. Smell that, right? Obviously you guys can't smell it, but make those little cuts like that and then smell it. It's like a really cool smell. I don't know, kind of reminds me of like bubble gum. Reminds me of like really piney, like really herby. It's just a really complex smell. Like if a recipe calls for like 4, I add like 7. And it just really depends on how they smell when you cut them. So smell them. If they smell really strong, you might be able to use like 3. If they don't smell so strong, then you can add some more. So these smell sort of strong. So I'm going to add about, what is this, 1, 2, 5 to them. And we're just going to simmer this. So this will simmer for up until when you take the meat and you kind of press it with your spoon or whatever, it's tender. So right now, we're not nowhere near that. They're kind of still pretty bouncy. One thing I always was nervous about when it came to cooking meat was that, like, oh, well, if I overcook it, it'll get tough. That's not the case. Before meat gets tough, it'll get dry. You're gonna start off with tough, and it's gonna go from tough to soft, tender, and it's gonna be really tender, and that's when you wanna pull it off, because then it'll be tender and juicy. Or if you let it go too long, it'll be really tender, but dry and stringy. And that's when you've gone too long. So if it's tough still, that means you have a long way to go. I say that because like at 1.5 hours, it might still be tough, and you're like, oh man, I'm overcooking it. But that's not the case. It always gets more tender. It doesn't get tougher as you cook it, if that makes sense. At least this cut of meat, chuck. We're gonna cook this with the onion and bay leaf for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. And we'll be back. So in the meantime, we can kind of talk about our veg here. These things go in at the last second. Like when you're about 30 minutes out from finishing cooking, this is when they'll go in. I do like the overcooked carrot for more richer, heartier stews. Pot Au Feu is a very light stew. And so I think for this type of light stew, texture is more important. Your palate's kind of looking for more texture, and you don't really want everything to be mush, mush, mush. I'm gonna show you how you can cut this carrot up. Though I have a whole entire video on knife skills and such, but I'm gonna do this like very quickly. So I'm gonna peel this, cutting the top off, top and tail it. I'm just gonna cut it up like this. And that's it, carrot's prepped. It's been about 3 hours. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, so it's really soft. Let's see if you can see that. Oop. We got fog, baby. But when I take my spoon, the meat is just falling apart. It's perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my veg, carrots first, and then the liquid level is a little low, so I'm going to add some more chicken stock. So I added about maybe a half a cup of more liquid. That's really for the veg. And then I'm going to roughly chop these. Now some people are saying that you don't really want to cut the potatoes. If you want to, you could buy those little petite potatoes that you see in the store. Anyway, the reason why they don't want they say not to cut it because, you know, potatoes are starch, and the starch will cause the final liquid to be a bit murky. But I'm going to show you a trick to kind of help that out. Now we're going to bring it back to a boil. We'll boil it we'll simmer for another 30 minutes. Then it'll be done. All right, we're back. So in about 30 minutes, as you can kind of tell, the potatoes are nice and soft. Let's see if you can see that. You see kind of like that divot in there. Pretty soft. Carrots. Let's see the carrots. Yep. So that's it. Now, time for the kind of semi-odd step and totally optional step. At this point, you could take your pot au feu in all its glory and eat it, but I'm going to take the next step and actually clarify it. And we're going to do that by first separating the meat and everything from the liquid. We're going to add our stock back to the pot. And then we're going to now clarify this stock. And the classic French way to do this is by using egg whites. So now we're going to take our egg whites in our pot back to the stove, and we're going to bring this to a boil. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use the egg whites as a way to kind of collect any impurities. I don't think egg whites collect starch. We have our egg whites here. So what I'm going to do is very lightly beat it up. And we're just going to dump it in. And as you can see, immediately we have the egg whites, the white strands and such. And what that's doing is collecting the impurities. And then next we're going to do is literally strain it. And so I got my clarified stock, And yeah, they were right. This stock isn't as clear, nowhere near as clear as if I hadn't done the chopped up potatoes. So I'll have to keep that in mind next time. But right here I have my stew mix. I like to put it all to the side. If you had a very clear stock, this would be a flex of sorts, because then you'd have like this whole like right side that would be for the clear stock. I'm gonna pour my broth in. Yeah, it's cloudy, but guess what? Still tastes wonderful. So we're gonna add a little bit of smoky Maldon to finish. I actually don't have any like herbs or anything like that. Like I would add parsley or cilantro over the top of this, but I don't have any on me right now, so this will be that. I have some of the fat here. I'm just gonna kind of right over the top here. Fat is flavor, so it's always good to add more of it if you can. You can do some cool dots. This is the dish, y'all. Pot Au Feu. Real easy dish. It's a classic French dish. I think anybody would be happy to get on a Sunday. The salt is necessary because we didn't add any salt to the beef, so you need that extra punch of salt. The carrots and the potatoes aren't like mushy. They're like, I think, perfectly cooked for this dish. And that's really it, man. That's Pot Au Feu. So I hope you guys go out and try it, or go out and make it. It's not hard. You don't need anything expensive. And in the end, it's a very satisfying, pot of stew. So anyway, catch you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and we out, baby.